Massive stable. Massive stable.
Master elements.
Massive stable. Massive stable.
Racism, white supremacy is a dynamic system for the ultimate purpose of white genetic survival on the planet. White supremacy.
You are in an evil system, a system that is designed deliberately to produce evil thoughts, to produce animosity, to produce violence.
Introduction to African civilizations and man-garden civilization.
Massive stable. Massive stable.
Master elements.
Massive stable. Massive stable.
Master elements.
We dedicate lives to the study of history.
They didn't tell us that if you give up the land, you're going to take one of these things and it's worse and it will destroy your nation.
The right way is clearly distinct from error.
Racism is a competitive relationship between groups of people who are competing for the ownership and control of resources, wealth, and power.
I am a critical thinker, here to bless you with lyrical tinctures. I am the black dot, the point of reference, the metaphysical link to the Moors, the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Incas. I am here to remove the blind spots and clear the view of your spiritual blinker. I am something out of nothing. I am the alchemical bringer of change. My name will continue to linger. I am legend. If consciousness was a game, I would be considered a ringer. I am because we are.
And those Africans have to be organized to fight for their liberation.
GW Apparel, a clothing that speaks. Something for the kings, something for the queens. Visit uptsites.com and use promo code SLDG22 and receive 11% off your order. Peace.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.
Peace, family. What's good? Welcome to another episode of Sincere Love, the Godcast. I am the God, Sincere Love, in the digital building on another Sunday with my lovely co-host, Nicey Girl. What's going on?
What's good, everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, stepmothers, grandmothers that's helping raise some of these children. Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Happy Mother's Day for sure. Happy Mother's Day to my mama, Mama Love. She
Mama
probably be in the
Love.
building if she's not already here. Definitely happy Mother's Day to her. Happy Mother's Day to you, Nicey.
Thank you. My mama going to the casino.
Huh?
My mama going to the casino.
Mama going to the casino? Okay.
She going to the casino. She was like, I'm saving you money. Huh?
Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers in the chat, all of the mothers that might watch this on the replay, all of the beautiful mothers out there who helped to raise us all. You are appreciated.
Dear mama.
And every day.
Yes.
And so, as y'all coming up in here, what's good, family? I see y'all. Jesse Paris, B1 family.
What's up?
Media, what's going on, King? Assalamu alaikum. Shane Foster in the building. Soul Flow. Appreciate y'all tapping in. As y'all coming in here, make sure that y'all hit that like button. And make sure that y'all share this out on your social media platforms and let everybody know that Sincere Love, the Godcast is live on another Sunday, and today we talking about the Democrats clout chasing. They trying to use the Drake and Kendrick Lamar feud to clout chase for themselves, and so we're going to be talking about that amongst other things. So again, make sure that you share this out, let everybody know that we live. If you're not already subscribed to us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to us on Godcast Enterprises on YouTube. If you're watching us from Sincere Love the God on YouTube, or if you're watching us from Twitter or Facebook or any other platform, make sure you go to Godcast Enterprises on YouTube, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can be reminded whenever we go live with new content. We got a lot of y'all subscribe to us on Sincere Love the God channel, but we need more of y'all to subscribe on the Godcast Enterprises channel.
Yeah.
That would be the main headquarters for all things Godcast, all Godcast business. That's going to be the main headquarters over there. As I've been telling y'all, the Sincere Love the God channel, I kind of want to get a little loose over there and start playing music and copyrighted material and stuff like that. And so I definitely want y'all to stay subscribed over here if you're watching from there. But we need the family to migrate over to Godcast Enterprises so we can get that channel up to where it's supposed to be at. Made it just in time. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here, Patricia. Shout out to you. Yep, you ain't missed nothing yet. We just getting started. So like I said, today's main topic, man, the Democrats been trying to use the Drake and Kendrick thing to clout chase for themselves. It's a major fail as far as
no shame. They have no shame.
They you know, right now the energy, the vibration is kind of high right now when it comes to the rap game, the hip hop world. That whole Drake Kendrick Lamar thing kind of raised the vibration a little bit. So they right now they can't really come around with the get your booty to the polls energy. They try to use to get people to come out and support them in exchange for nothing. So they're trying to use the energy that has been generated in the hip hop world to clout chase for themselves. And so we're going to get into that amongst other things today. And so we appreciate y'all being here like always. We got any announcements before we get started? Yeah, you can let us know what's going on with the new book, because I meant to ask you before we went live, have we heard anything from our illustrator? You can let us know right now what's going on with that.
Our first set of illustrations will be completed on Friday. So we will be having our update this week. And so, I've heard from our illustrator. We should have our first draft this week, to approve the illustrations on our second volume of 7, the Super Heru, 7's Big Chop. So we are definitely working. Our illustrator is working. Open communication. We should have an update this week on our to approve the illustrations this week, maybe Friday or before.
That's what's up. And so for those that don't know, we do have a children's book series, and you guys can order volume 1 right now. It's called 7's Big Move, and it's available at godcastbooks.com. You guys can order that right now. But we are working on volume 2 and 3. Like she just said, we're dealing with the illustrators right now. Things are coming along, so those are going to be available pretty soon as well. But right now, go to www.godcastbooks.com and order 7's Big Move. That's available right now for you guys. But yeah, man, I can't wait. The new books is going to be fly.
Yeah, they are. They are.
New books is going to be fly. I haven't seen any of the sketches, any of the drawings yet, but Olivia does a great job, so I'm sure it's going to be fly. And she hasn't even been, asking too much questions. So
no,
it seems like she's in alignment with our vision. I think
that's what I love.
A good working relationship with her now. So yeah, I can't wait to see what the illustrations look like, so we can start doing little teasers and making some little promos and stuff like that too.
Yes,
with all that.
I'm excited. And don't forget, you guys, this Wednesday, we are still back with another episode of the Black Business Showcase. That's 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have 2 fellas that are going to be on from Shield and Valar, Executive Protection. So they're going to be on this Wednesday. Valar. How you say it?
Shield and Valor.
Shield and Valor, Executive Protection. They're going to be on this Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys are tapped into the Black Business Showcase.
Yep. Yep, it's going down. And if you are a business owner or entrepreneur, please hit us up. Send us an email at godcastenterprises@gmail.com and let us know what you got going on so we can get you on the schedule and have your business showcased on our platform as well. We definitely like to lift up Black businesses that are out there, let the family know who we need to be supporting, where everybody is at, what everybody got going on, so we can, practice group economics and do the powernomics thing like we supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, business owners, entrepreneurs, hit us up.
Right. DM too. You don't have to just email. If you want to send me a DM, sincere DM, do that as well. And we're always active on social media, so we will definitely respond.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So what we getting started with today, man? Where you want to start this thing off with?
Lord, I mean, where do we begin? I guess we can start with giving Mother Viola Ford Fletcher, who turned 110 years old yesterday. So we definitely want to send love, light, hugs, kisses, everything over to this beautiful sister. I mean, she does not look 110 years old, by the way. Like, we Black just don't crack. But if you guys do not know who Mother Viola Ford Fletcher is, she is one of the survivors of the Tulsa, Oklahoma, massacre. So she's still with us. So when people say that, we need to get over things, it was the past, we still have survivors, of these massacres and attacks, by white mobs and our government, that we pay taxes to. They're also responsible, and they've yet to pay our dear sister reparations. So that fight for that is still on as well. But again, this is all about her. Happy birthday. We love you, and we're going to continue the fight for you and for justice.
Yes, indeed. Happy birthday and happy Mother's Day to you as well, Miss Viola Ford Fletcher. Like she said, she's 110 years old. She's one of two remaining survivors from the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre. Her case for reparations from what happened is now in the hands of the Oklahoma Supreme Court after Tulsa tried to dismiss the case 4 times. So they still fighting. She still has her memory intact and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? She's very articulate. She's an author. She published her story in book form as well. And she's still holding on and kicking and fighting for those reparations, man. So shout out to her.
She should.
Shout out to the family out there in Tulsa. We appreciate y'all, man. We riding with y'all.
All the way till the wheels fall off.
Yes, indeed.
So next, I want to talk about, this disgusting person, Chicago veteran and dog show judge charged with distributing child porn, P-word, as deprived dating app message detail his plan to R-word, the infant he and his husband are expecting via a surrogate.
Yes.
Y'all.
Very disturbing, very disgusting. We see a lot in the media with these suspected white supremacist LGBT couples adopting Black children a lot. We see that a lot in the media, from celebrities on down to even, the rank and file, TikTokers and all these people just adopting Black kids. Usually they get them from one of these third world countries somewhere where, they're not connected to the family. There's no way to trace anything back, and they pretty much captive in these people's care, quote unquote care. And this man, from the messages that he was sending on this dating app, they talking about how they're planning to rape this infant that they're expecting from a surrogate. And this is the photo of the suspected white supremacist right here.
He looks a little slow too, don't he? He look a little slow. I mean, he know what he doing, but he got a slow inbred look to him.
Yeah, he got that inbred look. Got that inbred
alcohol
baby.
Right. Right. So his name is Adam King. He showed up in court in shackles. Both hands and feet were restrained as he walked into court on Tuesday. The judge said he was a serious danger to children and denied his release to get out of jail. So he was trying to get out on bail. They denied him bail as they should. He should not see light, in my opinion. As far as that surrogate, I mean, what do they do with that child? Like, I would like to know how that's going to play out, because more than likely that's going to be, his or his husband's sperm, so it's their child. But considering everything that they planned on doing, to this infant child, like, what happens with the child at this point?
Right, I see what you're saying. You're right.
Yeah, the legal part of all that.
Yeah, that's some weird stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's some weird stuff. I don't know. That's interesting. We need to keep following this story.
Yeah.
See how that plays out. Cause yeah, man. And I wonder if the surrogate is a black woman.
Right.
I wonder if the surrogate is a black woman. It's weird stuff, man. But this is the type of stuff that we see coming from not just trying to berate all people who have a certain lifestyle, but that white LGBT community, man. You see a lot of this type of degeneracy and nonsense in that community, man.
And notice that they love to mess with babies, whether that's dressing up with wigs on to read to them. A lot of them are registered predators, convicted predators, so they love to place themselves around children.
Right. All right. And while we're on the subject of predators, y'all remember this DJ?
I have that up next.
Was it South Carolina, North Carolina? Where was that at?
Where is he at? He is South Carolina, Florence County.
If y'all remember, he was out there infecting everybody with all
black
type
women
of diseases and stuff. All these black women out there, he was infecting. It was basically, it was all type of weird stuff he had going on. But he was spreading diseases all around down there and all of that.
Specifically, HIV and AIDS.
So it says white DJ convicted of sex trafficking, nearly 700 black girls got sentence reduced.
Isn't that crazy? How is his sentence reduced for any circumstance? Excuse me. Why would they even offer him a reduced sentence? Why does he get a deal with what he did?
Egregious. A Florence County man, Jason Roger Pope, also known as DJ Kid, pled guilty to 13 sex charges, all against minors. South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson made the announcement Wednesday that Pope, 46, pled guilty to 5 counts of sex trafficking of a minor, 5 counts of criminal sexual conduct with a minor, and 3 counts of criminal sexual conduct. All of the charges were related to sex trafficking minors under the age of 18 from 2017 to 2019, according to the South Carolina Attorney General. And so Judge Brian Gibbons sentenced Pope to 30 years, but it was suspended to 19 years in prison. After Pope gets out of prison, he will be a sex offender on probation for 5 years and will have special sex offender agents monitoring him. This dude should never see the light of day.
That, and also the fact that he was spreading a deadly, disease. If one of these women happened to die, from that disease, does that up his charges to murder? Like, I am confused that 19 years.
Right.
What?
Attempted
and
murder.
And then these are all minors. These are all minors. These are children. I thought that we were tough on, crimes against children. At least they say, unless you're R. Kelly or something, because R. Kelly got 30 years in one state. So far, he's still, facing charges in other states.
Right.
So
the charges that he's convicted on is not even like the essay or
right
child stuff.
None of that. But they put Rico on them.
Yeah, they got him on some made up Rico Mann Act stuff. They got him on the what's my man name? Jack Johnson charges. That's what they got R. Kelly on. They just made up some shit to shut his lights out.
Man. But this,
This
and
guy
first
right
of
here.
all, can we just look at him for a second? I'm sorry, ladies out there, but what the hell did y'all see?
And so I think he was leveraging he had some type of celebrity as a DJ. You know, I guess he's plugged in with the rappers that come into town to perform and all of that. He's on the flyers and stuff like that. So it looks like he's tapped in, you know what I'm saying, with the industry. And so he's preying on the young girls who want to be a part of that. They want to be down with all of that. You know what I'm saying? These wasn't no grown women. These are all underage girls. And, you know, he was leveraging that. He was probably out there on his yo shit.
Mm. Remember when he had the picture of him circulated with Hillary Clinton?
I don't remember that. No.
I do. Let me find it. I do. What's his name again?
What's that about?
Yeah, he had some pictures out there with Hillary Clinton.
J Kid, Hillary Clinton. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My mind is.
Hold on.
There is.
Oh. Yeah, I don't remember this.
I do.
Hold on. Let me show y'all this.
I got a good memory.
Let me show y'all this. Okay.
Yeah. You know, they like to, if he was connected to anybody else, that would have been part of the write-up.
Oh, yeah, that would be in the headline.
Man.
That would be in the headline if it was Diddy. Hold on. Let me share this with y'all. Yeah, this is DJ Kid right here with
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Let's take them to heal. Super predators and all of that.
Yes.
And speaking of super predators, you kind of hugged up there, Hillary.
Right. With a predator.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't remember this at all.
I do. So I think the next topic is kind of a hot topic because it's been kind of going viral over the last few days. The black teacher who had the girls, you know, taking his hair down, you know, I'll say definitely a poor choice, poor judgment, you know, just considering the climate that you're in. He's a young teacher, you know, so he's not that far off in age from a lot of these high school students. I think it's high school, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I just felt like, what did you need to, one, record it for, or have them do that for? Like, what was that about? What are you doing? What's the message? Why? I didn't like
it. I gotta refresh my page because the screen share, I don't know why it's doing this lately, but it lost connection to the audio. Let me see if I can redo this real quick. But yeah, have y'all heard about this guy? He's a teacher somewhere, I forgot where. There was a video of him that went viral of some of his students, young female students, were taking out his braids in class. Did y'all see this floating around social media? Let me play this for y'all real quick. Let me know if y'all can hear it, by the way. Can you hear it?
Mm-mm.
Actually, that's good. I got music on it anyway, so I'm not going to play the audio. But this is him. He's doing like a voiceover, and there's some music in the background. But he's showing the video of him getting his hair taken out by the students, and he's doing a voiceover talking about, you know, how it was harmless. He's basically saying, you know, social media kind of overreacting to the video. You know, he was explaining why he had the girls taking his hair out. He had some photo shoot or something. He was getting his hair done that day, and he didn't have time, so he just had the girls taking out his hair. Why was he filming it? All of that stuff, I don't know. If I just saw this video, because I seen the video in the aftermath after everything already fell out, people were saying what they were saying about it, but I don't know if I would have felt any way if I was just scrolling and saw this video.
And
If I
not
would,
knowing he was a teacher?
even if I would have known he was a teacher, but I think, I'm not saying that it shouldn't be perceived as inappropriate or whatever. I'm just saying my instincts wouldn't have been to react a certain kind of way just from seeing this, because I just don't feel a certain type of way about black men like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I see this young brother, I see myself, and I know, you know what I'm saying, I would never harm a child or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Not saying there's not weirdos out there that might look like me, but I'm just saying that wouldn't be my first thought.
Right. Yeah, I
You know what
get
I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be my first thought. But when I did, like I said, I came across it when people were already having some type of outrage about it. And this wasn't the first thing that I saw. So let me show y'all the first thing that I saw, which came out after the fact, but I saw it first. If I can pull it up. Hold on a second.
Now I saw this one after the fact, so it really had me like, whoa, bro. And he got fired, by the way. While he's getting that other video up, he did get fired from his job.
Oh wow, I didn't hear that part. Okay.
Yeah, he put out another video of him crying and stuff. He was terminated because of this, and he showed me messages from his students and stuff, text messages from his students. Of course, feeling bad for him for getting fired. I'm like, why do your students have your cell phone number?
Right, I was about to say text message.
I'm like, bro, you making it worse.
You got to be professional. At the end of the day, even if there was nothing inappropriate going on, and hopefully there wasn't, but you still got to have a level of professionalism. You know what I'm saying? You're a teacher. You got that teacher-student relationship. You don't want to cross the line. These are not your friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for the damn video.
I put in there, play this one. I put a comment in there to help you find it.
I was in the wrong chat. I was in our other chat. Yeah, this one right here. Where'd it go? Okay, right here. This one right here. Hold on a second, y'all. And hopefully y'all can hear it. Let me see if the audio is good. So this is what I saw first. So I'm like, yeah, this is very suspect. Not even kind of. This is very suspect right here. Now, when I see this, I'm like, nah, yeah, this dude I don't want around my damn daughters like that.
No. It's not playing.
You can't hear the audio?
No.
All right, let me refresh my page. I might leave the screen for a second. Y'all bear with me.
All right, it's going to refresh. Make sure you guys are liking and sharing this out if you can, or if you haven't already. Make sure you get the likes up, because we are trying to get in the algorithm, as you guys know. And in the chat, excuse me, how did any of you feel, about this video, whether it be the first or the second video that we're about to upload? Did you guys feel some kind of way about seeing this teacher having these girls, take his hair down? Did you guys feel like it was inappropriate, or it was just innocent? What is your take on the situation? I felt like it was inappropriate, personally, but, everybody feels different, about the situation. I just feel like I want my kids to have, don't get the lines crossed, if you will, with the teacher, because they start to think like, oh, we cool, I can say or do this, or, or whatever. Like, nah, I need it to be professional teacher. And not saying you can't be cool with your students. Maybe you have a student that's going through something at home. You want them to be able to come to you so you can, get them the proper help if that, happen. But I don't know. The second video really did it for me. And I saw the second video after the first. And that second video just.
So you which video you saw first?
The first one that we played, that's on Dr. Umar's. I felt some kind of way about it. I just felt like it was inappropriate. I was just like, I don't understand. Like, even if you knew that you had a photo shoot or whatever the case may be, you plan for that. It's like, they're not obligated to take your hair down. What if they said no? What if the girls were like, I'm not taking your hair down, because they had the right to do that? Like, what was your plan B? you know, as it pertains to getting your hair done for this very important shoot or whatever. Like, I just didn't understand the excuse, if you will. I didn't understand it. And then when I saw the second video, I was like, okay, so I'm right in feeling that it was inappropriate.
Right.
I want that nigga fired.
You got it?
He was.
Audio?
Yep, it's there.
All right, bet.
I want that nigga fired. I know there's been like hearsay going around on Twitter. I need an official statement saying this man has been fired. He has been a weird ass nigga. He is about 27 years old right now. 3 years ago, he was about 24. That girl was clearly in a school bathroom talking about she only goes for emo boys. And he over here turning, yeah, you a weird ass nigga, bro. You weird as fuck. That's weird as fuck. I told y'all I wasn't gonna paint him with a brush. But seeing that video where that girl was clearly a minor in a high school bathroom talking about she only goes.
What happened to the video? I thought the video was playing on.
It wasn't. It's not playing. I could just hear it.
You can hear it, but you can't see it?
I can see like the screenshot of it with her on the bottom and him with the headphones on, but I know this is a full-on video where they actually show the photos of the girl standing in the bathroom and stuff. That part hasn't played.
All right, hold on a second. Yeah, because that's what I was looking for.
It's like Frozen. It's like Frozen.
Let me get this right, man. Let me get this right for y'all. I don't know what's going on with the tech, but hold on a second, y'all. Let me get this right. All right, here we go. Let me see. This should be better now. This should be better now. Hold on. Take the unmute.
All about it. Speaking of being mad weird, I was just shown a video on Twitter. I need y'all to see it. Keep in mind this is a minor from 2 years ago.
Y'all seeing this and hearing this, right?
Yes, yes.
So y'all saw the minor girl in the school bathroom, and this is him reacting to it. You know how you make those stitches on Twitter? I mean on TikTok. This is him doing a stitch to her video. The same teacher that was getting his hair taken out.
Who is that?
Heard of closing the God Jackson, be quiet. Shut the fuck up.
It gets even better because they directly linked it. I clicked on the link, told it to open the TikTok. Whose TikTok is that? Whose TikTok is that?
So if some of y'all ain't on TikTok like me, y'all might be lost a little bit. The girl put a TikTok video up. You know, she was, showing off her little frame or whatever case may be in a video, and the caption said, "I only F with emos."
Yeah.
And so he did a stitch, meaning like a reaction or a remix to the TikTok, acting like an emo, saying shit. I'm
right.
emo. If that's all you fuck with, then let me be
I'm him. Right.
All right. So yeah, now it's like, okay, yeah, this nigga, yeah, you got to get away from them little girls, my nigga.
Right. And I think that it's a part of what he's doing now, and after seeing that second video for me was grooming, because he's getting them comfortable with him. He knows what he's doing at that point. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't know, like what's going on with these weirdos.
Yeah. And I see this at my son's elementary school. Not, I ain't see no weird shit happening. But what I noticed recently, because he used to take the bus in the mornings, but I recently been driving him to school every morning. And I seen I seen three. Two of them were black. One of them was white. Young, I don't know if they teachers or they some type of staff members, because when I'm pulling up, they pulling up, getting out the car. And I seen three different ones who are very sweet, switching around, and you know what I'm saying, just looking very moist coming through. Two of them was two young black dudes, and one was a young white dude with like some long hair, some long earrings and stuff. The white dude I saw when I was picking him up early to go to the dentist one day, and he was walking through the hall with the classroom. Dude, he looked to be like, like mid-20s or something like that, very moist and flamboyant with these little kids. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, that's like confusing at the, you know what I'm saying? It's confusing to those kids at the very least. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this type of environment, man. You know what I mean? And I had no idea for most of the school year. I hadn't even no idea, you know what I'm saying, that was the type of environment where my son was at. And so that's why I always stress to y'all, to the parents out there, especially if you got little kids, like you got to have some real discussions with your kids, man, because you can't be with them all the time. They got to understand these things before they encounter them. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that on Twitter recently. I was on a Twitter space with Gray Black Sharp and a couple other people. I think, what's the Jamaican brother's name? He being here sometimes.
I don't remember.
But they were hosting a space and they were talking about some of the animations that's out there and stuff, where they be sneaking in all of this inappropriate stuff. And that's what I was saying about how we got to be on point as parents, and how we get, you know what I'm saying? We can't just think, I'm gonna wait till they get a little bit older to have certain discussions or whatever the case may be. Like, nah, they coming at them very early. So we got to have these discussions with them,
right now.
And we got to figure out a way. You don't want to traumatize them. You got to figure out a way to create the atmosphere and put it in a language that they can absorb without being traumatized, but still so that they get the message, so that they know how to react in different situations, so that they're not, taken off guard.
Right, and also with what they're seeing, because sometimes they see certain things, but they don't know how to articulate what it is that they're seeing, on if it's appropriate, inappropriate, or weird, or whatever the case, whatever that this person may look like, how they're presenting themselves, etc. How that makes them feel in that moment. Sometimes they don't know how to articulate it, and because we know these imageries are out in the grocery stores, on TVs, etc., we have to be proactive as parents to start talking about it now.
Yeah. And that dude, that we're talking about with the hair situation, he seemed a little moist to me.
Yeah. So when he was the first video, when he was having the girls take his hair down, I instantly got moisture. Instantly, but I was like, this is inappropriate, but he's moist. Then when I saw the second one, I'm like, okay, maybe he's swinging in both directions. I don't know, but
Exactly, because that's the thing now with a lot of these people that's into these alternative lifestyle. Anything goes.
Anything goes. Yes, that's the plus. To me, that's the plus in the LGBT plus QIA.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like anything goes now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying everybody, with a certain lifestyle is a predator or anything like that, but I'm saying there are a lot of predators lurking in that community. And they're trying to hide behind the protections that are being given to that community, via the government. They're using the civil rights and the black plight to create protections and allocate resources and all of that stuff for this community. And a lot of these predators are utilizing that to hide behind.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Same way they do with a lot of religions, certain religions and all of that. They hide behind the religions to practice their white supremacy and all of that. It's the same thing that we see happening with these predators in the LGBTQ community.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you this off air, because I don't know if it's appropriate for on here air, but something that I saw on Saturday night. We'll talk about it because it was weird for me. But anyway, so did you guys hear about those 3 teenagers who were kicked out of an elite Catholic school for doing blackface and accused of being racist? Well, they were awarded $1 million by a jury after proving it was just an acne mask. Now, we know dang gone well what they was trying to do. I mean, they just didn't have any blackface paint, so they used a black, acne mask, one of those charcoal, because I have one, or whatever. They knew what they was doing. But anywho, they were able to flip this into $1 million for themselves.
I saw. Where is that? I did see it.
It's right here. I just liked it, so you can grab it.
Okay. But yeah, I
They
mean that
flipped
was
that.
basically what it was. But
Yeah.
just the image for people who I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, the picture's kind of small, but if y'all could see that, just so y'all could see the image, what she's talking about.
Yeah. They were doing blackface.
Right. And so the system got on code with them, and
Yep.
they got paid for their white supremacy.
Yep.
They got a
Easy
bag
money.
out of it.
Easy money, right? Easy money. There was also, well, not also, but you guys obviously heard about what happened in Florida with our brother, the U.S. Airman.
Hold on, before you switch to that, I just wanted to mention about that story right there. That ties into what they're trying to do with a lot of these laws, where they're trying to flip our own civil rights movement against us.
Mm-hmm.
A
Yeah.
lot of times they're implementing these laws to protect these other groups, specifically to target foundational Black Americans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's part of what we're seeing right there as well.
Yep.
But you were talking about the guy down there in Florida.
Yeah, our brother, let me get his name. His name is Senior Airman Roger Fortson. He was 23 years old. He was inside of his apartment in Florida. Deputies burst into the wrong apartment and shot him 6 times. And he of course died. He was murdered. Allegedly, someone called about a disturbance in one of the apartment units. They showed up to the wrong apartment. The deputy was knocking on the door. He's like on FaceTime with his girlfriend. He's trying to look out the peephole. The deputy is moving himself out of the way so the guy couldn't see him, and was also covering the peephole up. But then bamming on the door saying that he's an officer. So me, I'm going to grab my power tool, because why would an officer, one, not identify themselves, because that's what they're supposed to do, but you're hiding out of, my vision, so I can't see. Yeah. So everything.
Law enforcement banging on my door in the first place. So I'm going to suspect that this is something else going on.
Right. A robbery.
Right.
Perhaps. Anything it could have been. And then you're, keeping yourself out of my, sight, so I can't look in the peephole. You're covering it up. So it's like, okay, this is someone playing. Maybe it's some teenagers, some kids, knocking on the door, playing, whatever. He didn't know. Right. So when he finally does open up the door, he does have his power tool in his hand. And immediately upon opening the door, the officer shot him 6 times. Immediately. Right. And this is the wrong house. Again, another no knock. I don't know if it's a no knock warrant, but another mistaken, location where an innocent Black person is left dead.
Right. In his own home.
In his own home.
That was a straight up and down execution.
Completely.
And, I was listening to the Spaces the other day, where Tariq was talking about it, and one of the guys that called up was a former military and former law enforcement, and the way he gave his take on it just made perfect sense.
Yeah.
He was saying, anytime you're responding to, as an officer, you're responding to a potential domestic violence situation, you're supposed to wait for backup. You're not even supposed to go by yourself.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Protocol. You know what I'm saying? Per the training, you're supposed to wait for backup. So to be on some vigilante, going in by yourself and all of that, and then you're doing weird stuff, hiding, and all of this stuff while you banging on, it seemed just like a whole setup. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, think about what happened in, what was that, North or South Carolina not too long ago, where that Lone Wolf brothers shot those 4 officers. Is this retaliation for that? They don't like to take any type of, I don't know the circumstances behind that. That Black man was also killed that day, but he took 4 out with him, or before he was executed. You know what I'm saying? So we know that they don't like to take any type of, L of any kind. And that was an L. And again, I don't know the whole circumstance it's a little fishy and sketchy to me, but again, we have to kind of, put the tinfoil kufi on. These people are capable of anything as it pertains to Black people. And as soon as they see a Black face, instantly guns drawn, finger on the trigger, and they pulling it every single time.
Facts. And by the way, before we get to the next story, there are 50 of y'all in the chat right now. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. That helps to boost our video into the algorithm, and also it helps to assure that people who are subscribed to the channel do indeed get the notification whenever we go live and stuff like that. So if you are new here and you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can stay tapped in with us. But like and share.
Share.
Well, I thought you was talking about, for a second, I thought you was about to bring up the story with this dude that got pushed off the boat.
Oh yeah, that right there. Did you see what he's saying?
And he looked a little moist too. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. I don't understand how quick. First of all, you have brain damage, right? Allegedly. They're saying he has a lot of brain damage and stuff like that. So how he already...
Wait, before you do that, tell the story.
Okay, so let me just bring it up because it's lost up in here. But there was this
this is him right
Black
here.
doctor. Where is mine at? Where is he at? Where is it?
So it was a Black man named Christopher Gilbert. He went to a lake with his white co-workers. One of the white women, Cassidy Holland, pushed Gilbert into the lake where he remained underwater for 20 minutes while the others looked on. Nobody attempted to help him. I think they knew that he couldn't swim also. He didn't know how to swim too good. This white woman pushed him into the lake. He was in there and is fighting for his life. A stranger jumped in and saved him 20 minutes later. And like she said, he was in the hospital recovering from brain damage. And he is now claiming that his white friends were just playing around. And none of them charged for almost drowning. And so I agree with him. That's what he says. I no need for me to put the cape on for him. You know what I'm saying? The story came out a couple of days ago, and this is the reason why I wasn't posting about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I be telling y'all, we always got to wait and see who goes there.
And I'm still questioning if he's the FBA. I mean, Wikipedia and stuff like that just says American. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting enough information. I've noticed that they like to scrub a lot of that away nowadays because we're getting so on code with the delineation that they'll just put American at this point. They don't even put Black or none of that, just American. So I'm questioning lineage at this point. I need a blood sample.
Yeah, that's a good question, but he also seems a little dainty too.
Yeah, very dainty. Very dainty. And these dainty ones love to be around, these suspected white supremacists. They love it.
Being the Black friend.
Mm-hmm.
Being the Black friend. And
it was just like the story I was saying last Sunday with the 16-year-old boy who was being bullied in school. He was Jamaican, and these white boys came to his house. I don't know what he opened up the door for. They came at night and end up chasing him down and, killed him, basically murdered him. You are already having problems with these kids in school. They show up at your door. You know that you feared them already. Why did you take your ass outside? I'm calling 911. My house being broken into. I don't know. Come get these fools. But he went outside and never came back.
Yeah, man. When I was reading this story right here that we're talking about, when it came out, I was already, before he even came out saying what he's saying now, I was already skeptical because I'm like, this sounds like one of those Black friends.
Yeah.
Of being the only Black person in the room. That already tells me a lot about your mindset. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me just wait and see what's going on here. And sure enough, soon as he get it together where he could talk, he got the cape on.
My thing too is, if I'm out with my friends on any circumstance and you guys are in a position where you can try to assist me with not drowning or whatever the case may be, y'all didn't even jump in after him. Like y'all thought he was playing. He just underwater, never came back up to play. Like what y'all panic? What's the excuse that you're using for not assisting your friend?
Right. That part. Like, what kind of playing around is that? You play too damn much. Ain't nobody playing 20 minutes.
Not like that.
Nobody try to help you. A stranger comes along and has to help you, and you still think it was just playing. Okay. All right.
And it seems like the stranger got on cold. The stranger's like, they just sat there. The stranger had a lot to say.
Right. But all right, bro. I ain't gonna argue with you.
Right. Go back out there again with him when you're feeling better.
Word up. Weird nigga.
All right, you want to get into the topic?
Yeah, we can go into that. And so again, today we talking about, actually before we get to that, I want to talk about this dude that was on the Breakfast Club.
What?
I don't know.
I don't know. I saw that. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Oh.
I don't know who this dude is. John Hope Bryant. I don't be watching the Breakfast Club like that anymore.
Me neither.
But I was sent these clips by somebody on Instagram, and I don't want to play the whole thing because they kind of lengthy. But I don't know what this dude was talking about. I'm not I ain't the smartest nigga in the room. You know what I'm saying? I'm not none of this stuff, but I got a lot of common sense. You know what I'm saying? And so I was listening to what this dude was saying. This video right here is two different videos. I'm gonna play parts of it so y'all can get the gist of what this dude was saying. But this one right here, it says he explaining why DEI is the only way the U.S. economy will survive. So there's all this stuff going on trying to take away these DEI programs. DEI is, for those that don't know, diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. That, along with affirmative action and all this other stuff that's being challenged now. A lot of this stuff that the Democrats try to put on the Republicans as being the boogeyman. This is the reason why we got to support them, because we're supposed to be afraid of this. They taking away the DEI programs and all of this stuff. The thing about it is these DEI programs and the affirmative action programs were created based on the plight of foundational Black Americans, but it works for everybody else except foundational Black Americans. So,
but that's the only way we're going to survive.
Right. These DEI programs being challenged now, it's not really our fight. No. Even Dr. Anderson, who came up with the first affirmative action program down there in Florida, been telling us for years now how we need to pull the rug up we need to pull ourselves out of the affirmative action programs because it's working against us. It's being weaponized against us. And so we need to pull out of that and start standing on lineage and get away from these broad, ambiguous terms, the people of color, the minorities, all of these other terms that are attached to these programs, which allows them to systematically leave us out of it.
Exactly.
Right. And so I was listening to this guy explain why these programs are so important. And
you were listening to him babble. You were listening to him babble. That's what you were listening to. He was babbling.
So let me share this with y'all. After, and then we'll get into the main topic.
Why is diversity and inclusion the only
fair use? By the way, fair use. YouTube, we're doing social commentary on this. This is for educational purposes. So fair use.
Way America will survive.
Black people are too.
Hold on, let's listen to the question real quick. He asked him, why is diversity, equity, inclusion the only way that America will survive? First of all, I'm not really too concerned with the survival of America. I'm concerned with the survival of foundational
Black
Black
people.
Americans.
That part.
Okay, because when you talk about the survival of America, you're basically talking about maintaining the status quo, leaving things frozen the way that they are. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about dismantling the system and replacing it with a system of justice. And so America, as we know it up until this point, has not worked for us. So trying to save it is not on the agenda. All right.
Period.
So I just want to say that about the question.
Too emotional on this topic. And
he said black people are too emotional on this topic. I'm sorry I keep on pausing it, but he said black people are too emotional on this topic. And then he's going to say, and some white people, all black people are too emotional, but some white people are what? What did he say? Hold on.
Some white people are too narrow-minded and fearful.
So all black people are too emotional, and some white people are too narrow-minded and fearful. Let him go.
This literally makes no sense. I'm dropping this today. We're going to publish this in a couple weeks, I believe, on CNBC, and I'm taking on the entire hard right. And my prediction is they won't have much to say. Here's why. It's called the Business Plan for America. Now I'm going to do this real quick.
The business plan is for America.
For America.
It's not the business plan for Black America.
America.
It's the business plan for America. I'm trying to take it slow here. I want y'all to absorb everything that he's saying. Again, I'm not going to play the whole video because I think it's like 5 minutes long, but enough so y'all get the gist.
Quickly. In 1952, America was 90% white. That meant that what Dr. King and Andrew Young and Dorothy Height did in the civil rights movement was genius, because basically America was doing the moral thing because we didn't have the numbers. Mm-hmm. America today is 40% Black and brown. You add all other minorities.
There you go.
Just gotta let that soak in for it.
Just every time I hear when they say black and I get annoyed instantly.
Just gotta let that soak in for a second. So who's he caping for, family? All right, class. I gotta make sure the class is paying attention. Class, who is he caping for? Why is DEI so important? DEI is so important for Black and brown and people of color and minorities. Mm-hmm. This is why DEI is so important. Okay, so this is what we're telling y'all. These DEI programs are not for us. They don't work for us. They work for the people he's caping for.
Right.
So we'll make sure the class is paying attention.
Who sent him? Because we don't even know who he is.
I don't know who this guy is. I really don't. Y'all can do y'all homework, y'all research. His name is John Hope Bryant. They had him on the Breakfast Club, so you know who the audience is, who they trying to speak to.
In we're already a majority of minorities, but Black and brown group will be a majority of minority within 10 or so years. So now
if Black and brown people are going to be a majority minority, how does that help us as foundational Black Americans? If Black people and brown people are going to be a majority minority, how is that good for us? Because the brown people, the so-called brown people, whoever they are anti-Black.
Right.
So it's not like we got some type of coalition going on and our numbers are increasing where now we're going to have more leverage against the white supremacists. These brown people are down with the white supremacists.
I'm just saying. And did he not hear his president say that America was going to be minority white? You know, so
right.
Like,
so we're doomed.
We're doomed because of Black people. Because America is going to be minority white per Biden. So I'm confused on, like, they didn't talk this through. The communication was off.
This is the thing, man. And they're banking on enough Black people still not being hip to the benign neglect game, still not being hip to these code words, because that's all it is when they start talking about Black and brown and minority and all this other stuff. This is code for everybody but Black.
Right.
Let me let him finish.
Majority minorities. Those we're going to be the first generation where the population is a majority over 65 years of age. Read baby boomers who are white, wealthy, and trying to retire. So in our lifetime, you're going to have the first generation over 65 years of age, wealthy, white, and trying to retire. Social Security by 2034 will only be able to pay 70 cents of every dollar for retirement, which means you need more money going into Social Security. Now you have a population of black and brown people for the first time in history that basically going to be a majority and minority, and that's just going to keep escalating. The largest population of poverty in this country are poor whites, and the number one group dying are high school educated white men. By the 2045 census, you're going to have
this is all babble.
All babble.
He's babbling, right?
And notice how he's using the majority.
The poor whites.
He's used. Yeah, why we care about that? As a black person, I'm sorry, black people, white people still, even the poorest white has more wealth in their family than foundational black Americans. They're white. That's $1 million worth. You have $1 million worth of whiteness right there. You can walk in with no education and get a job before I can.
Man. So this sounds like the poor people's campaign. We're all supposed to be united as poor people, and
for everybody,
let's try to eradicate poverty. And this is another thing that Dr. Claude Anderson has educated us about. Quit trying to eradicate poverty and start trying to get black people out of it, because poverty is a given. Poverty is a fixed thing. That's something that's never going to be eradicated. You just spinning your wheels with that, because in order to have up, you got to have down. That's just a given. You know what I'm saying? So somebody got to be poor. So we're not trying to waste our time and our energy and our resources to try to eradicate poverty. We just trying to get black people out of it.
Right.
Okay. That's
and you notice. And you notice he's using the term majority minority, which comes from Dr. Claude Anderson. So what they're trying to do is he's trying to rewrite what he said.
And when Dr. Claude Anderson was using the term, he was talking about exactly what we're seeing now with Hispanic becoming the majority minority. Dr. Claude Anderson was talking about how for the longest time in America, black people have been the majority minority, meaning the largest out of all of the minorities, the ones with the most numbers have been foundational black Americans. We've always been the Negro problem for America. And so when they started flooding us with the immigrants and all of that stuff, particularly the Hispanics, Dr. Anderson was saying, by this time that we're living in right now, the Hispanics are going to take us over as the majority minority. And then we're going to have another hostile group piled on top of us that we have to contend with before we can even get to the white supremacists. That's what Dr. Anderson was trying to tell us.
And that's what he said is happening right now. Correct.
Right. All right. Play a little bit more.
But I believe that he's purposely though using that because people like us, or if you're not well studied, but you know a little bit, if you heard Dr. Claude a little bit, he's listening to Dr. Claude, so I need to listen to him, because this is what Dr. Claude is saying. They know what they're doing to try to fool people.
Right. I'll play a little bit more of this video, then I'll play the next one where he was talking about housing, something about housing. We'll get into that one.
All these sort of numbers coagulating together, and you're going to have an economy that doesn't work anymore because black and brown people were never given the memo on free enterprise, capitalism, economics, ownership, and opportunity. We
never got the memo about free enterprise, capitalism, and economic opportunity. So we just been sitting around here not thinking about becoming entrepreneurs, not knowing anything about doing business because we didn't get the memo. No, nigga, we've been systematically deprived. We've been systematically denied resources. We've been having a glass ceiling on top of us where there's a situation that we've tried over and over again to get out of, and we've been systematically stuck in this position. This is not our own fault because we didn't get the memo.
And bombs dropped. And let's not forget bombs dropped whenever we do.
We've been sabotaged over and over again. We know about free enterprise and entrepreneurialism. We know about that. We the ones that do the most with the least. When you really look at the situation, because all these other groups get lifted up. All these other groups get help. They don't just come over here and get a memo and then they start pulling themselves up by the bootstraps, they get allocated resources,
money.
They get help.
Capital.
They come over here with no paperwork, no credit history, no nothing. 2 weeks later, they got a storefront full of products.
Right. Right.
Come on now. These niggas be trying to talk fast. They think we slow.
You confuse making money with building wealth. By 2053, Black America will have a net worth of zero. If all we do is what we're doing right now. Right now, Black people own.
Now notice, now he keeps saying black. He's not saying black and brown when he talk about the problem.
Right.
When he's talking about the problems that exist, he just says black. He don't say black and brown people are going to be at net worth of zero. Black people are going to be at net worth of zero.
We already are.
I'm gonna go to the next video. Y'all heard enough of that one. I'm gonna go to the next video. Y'all heard enough of that one. If y'all want to hear the whole thing without our commentary, it's on the Breakfast Club. Y'all go check that out. But let me play a little bit of this next one where he's talking about housing. Shout out to Black Voltron in the building. I see you, King.
Peace.
Anybody that's just coming into the broadcast, please hit the like button as y'all coming in here. I see 60 of y'all in the chat right now. Hit the like button. Make sure y'all share this out on your social media platform. Let everybody know Sincere Love the Godcast is live, and we're about to get into our main topic today. We're talking about how the Democrats are trying to use the Kendrick Lamar and Drake feud to clout chase. As soon as we finish breaking down this babble that we heard on the Breakfast Club recently, we're going to get into that main topic. So like, and share.
What would you say to people who hear you say, the color isn't black or white, it's green, but then they would say, but hey, there's systemic things, systemic racism that shows up in a lot of these institutions that keep us from getting to the green, this.
So what I was just saying, I was just explaining how it's not because we didn't get the memo, it's because there are systemic issues that keep us from certain areas of elevation, productivity, as a group. Yeah, sure, some of us can navigate through the system individually. Many of us are successful in spite of the system that's against us, but that doesn't mean that the system isn't there and that as a group we are not as a group we're not deprived and held into this bottom position, this bottom rung of society. Right? That still needs to be dealt with. We can't look at it as individuals. Many of us are doing okay in spite of the situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All of us ain't on welfare. All of us ain't sleeping out on the corner somewhere. Many of us are doing okay in spite of the system, though. And so he's asking him to explain to niggas like us who say there's a systemic problem of why the problem is not about race, it's about green.
That says mortgage denial rate for black borrowers is twice that of the overall population. How do people get around stuff like
credit scores? I mean, look, my mother, when she passed away last year, Juanita Smith had a credit score of 854. When she went to the computer, DJ, at midnight, the credit score, the computer didn't say, "Are you black? Are you Latino? Are you Indian? Well, let me look at you." The computer said yes. I challenge anybody listening and watching this program, get a 7 in front of your name on your credit score. Forget all this drama. Go in the computer and type your stuff in. Now you have to have an income. Don't play games. Now you have to have an income. You got to be paid back. But you have a decent credit score. You didn't play games with the credit bureaus. You didn't pay for it, and watch the approval come through. And by the way, if it doesn't, come see me at Operation Hope. We'll go advocate for you to the banks. I have a policy at Operation Hope. Now I funded $4.5 billion over 30 years. I have a policy. I'll approve your loan if the bank doesn't. I'll put up my balance sheet. If you do what we say at Operation Hope, you get your credit score up, you get your debt down, you get your savings up. Just follow what we're saying. We'll walk you into the best bank with the best terms in America. They may be racist, by the way. Maybe the person, it's not the bank that's racist, it's the person you're talking to, by the way.
And that part right there is incorrect. That part right there is incorrect. The person that you're talking to could be another black person like you.
Right.
But the system, the bank itself, has racist policies, okay? And so I want the family to make sure that y'all hold him to what he's saying right there. If y'all having issues, you got decent credit score and all that, and you still having issues getting certain loans or whatever the case may be, holla at him and hold him accountable to what he said, because he said he'll lend you the money. by the way. But many, and he's talking specifically about mortgages, and many of us are homeowners. Many of us are homeowners. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is not, like I said, down bad out here. You know what I'm saying? But we do know and understand that for a long time there was a thing called redlining.
Right. And it's still occurring now, by the way.
And you know that that deprivation has been passed down generationally. We're competing with people who have inherited wealth based on policies that were written to keep us out of those wealth building mechanisms like mortgages and so forth, right? Our grandparents were kept out of these things, right? And so although many of us, you know, we get our shit together, we get our credit score up or whatever the case may be. I know plenty of people my age, a little bit younger than me, some my mother's age and all that, who are homeowners. You know what I'm saying? What they had to do to get their shit together, like I said, in spite of the system, in order to get their home loans and all of that. But a lot of people are still struggling to pay those mortgages. You know what I'm saying? And the interest rates are hurting a lot of people and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But like I said,
prime lending still exists too.
Right. You know, we went through the whole housing crisis, 2008, 2009, whatever that was, when Obama was in office and all of that. A lot of people were upside down in their mortgages and all of that. And so they're just now pulling themselves out of the hole in a lot of cases. But like I said, even the ones who are, you know, doing pretty well, you know what I'm saying? They got the good credit scores, they got the mortgages, and they're able to pay their bills and all of that stuff. They're still competing with groups of people who have inherited wealth and have had head starts. You know what I'm saying? They have savings and, you know what I'm saying,
inheritance,
bonds and all of this stuff, you know, for their children. Whereas, you know, yes, I'm doing all right. I got this home or whatever. I'm able to pay my mortgage, but I still trying to figure out how I'm going to send my kids to school. You know what I'm saying? So you got to put everything in context. You can't just say, oh, it ain't about race. Just get you a good credit score.
I mean, come on now. We have these illegal immigrants that's coming over here right now that's being fast-tracked into home ownership and also into businesses. You know, they don't have social security number. They're just given a credit score, or maybe they're not given a credit score. Bottom line is they're being fast-tracked into a lot of these home ownership programs and business programs that we're not able to do. And we're citizens and taxpayers.
Right. And thank you for reminding us, Jesse Harris, about the Navy Federal shenanigans that just went on a couple of months back.
Right.
Where they were discriminating against Black people. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Who had the credit and the income.
Right. Hold on, let me pull this up. Since this brother wants to convince us all that it's not about race, all you got to do is have a good credit score. Make sure you got some income and a good credit score. So class action lawsuit alleging discrimination filed against Navy Federal after CNN exclusive report. And CNN had to report this, you know what I'm saying? The liberals had to report on this. The largest credit union in the U.S. is facing new scrutiny over racial disparities in its mortgage lending following a CNN investigative report, with the class action lawsuit filed Monday alleging the lender discriminated against Black and Latino applicants, and a senior congressional Democrat demanding answers about its practices. The complaint against Navy Federal Credit Union filed in a federal court in Virginia on Sunday comes on the heels of CNN's. They just keep giving themselves props. We the ones that broke the story. All right, then we got it. Damn. Found the credit union had the wildest disparity in conventional mortgage approval rates between white and Black borrowers of any major lender last year. So they didn't say that Navy Federal was the only ones.
Right.
They just said that Navy Federal was the most egregious.
But you notice how in the sentence before that, it was Black and Latino, but when you got to this sentence, it just instantly went straight to Black because we're the ones that's impacted the most.
Right. They do the same thing every time, family.
Every time. Every time.
They do the same thing every time. So yeah, man. Yeah, so he was, I don't know who that guy is again, but he was on the Breakfast Club babbling.
Somebody sent him. Somebody sent him.
And I'm going to refresh my page again because every time I open up a new tab, I lose audio. I'll be right back.
Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are sharing this out. Ooh, my forehead big, y'all. See that? Anyway, make sure you guys like it. Make sure you're sharing the broadcast out. Let's get those likes up. Again, there's over 50 of us in here. So let's please get those likes up. That does help boost us in the algorithm. And we need it. We need it. We need it.
Yep. And again, make sure you guys are subscribed to us on Godcast Enterprises. Some of y'all might be tuning in from Twitter. Some of y'all might be watching us live on Sincere Love the God page. Make sure you subscribe to the Godcast Enterprises channel. That is going to be the main headquarters for all Godcast business. So let's into our main topic, shall we?
Let's do it. Let's do it. So, as you know, the Biden administration, as well as, you know, the folks over there in Congress, etc., they're all trying to clout chase off of the Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us track that he has out. I think it's hilarious. Ain't nobody falling for that goofy stuff that they trying to do. And like, that's just another catch slogan for them. How is it going to help us and benefit us as foundational Black Americans? You know, they love to come with us with some hot sauce and dancing.
And yeah, so you know, the Not Like Us record, that's the hottest song in the country right now. It's the hottest song in the world right now.
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar, diss track against Drake, produced by DJ Mustard. It's the song of the summer, and it's an FBA anthem.
Yes, it
is. It is an FBA anthem. You know, the title and the term Not Like Us is specifically a delineation term. Yep. And some people are trying to deny that and saying that we're reaching by saying that. But when you listen to the record, he makes it clear who he's talking about when he says they, not like us.
Like us.
Who is the they and who is the us? Right? And so once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Who is the us?
Right.
Once upon a time, all of us was in chains.
Who's the us, y'all?
Who's the us that he's referring to in the record? You know, that's referring specifically to foundational Black Americans. This nigga still doubled down. This nigga still doubled down, calling us some slaves. Yep. All right, referring to the descendants of slaves in America. That's who the us is. You know what I'm saying? And the they is the non-FBA tethers, the ones who try to latch on to our culture, claim it as their own, the ones who, you know,
the 50-50 people,
our culture, don't pay homage, don't pay respect to the culture. Those who are visitors within the culture, who don't pay the proper homage and respect. That's who the they is, because that's what the whole expose that Kendrick did on Drake was about. The entire time, that was what the takedown was about, exposing Drake for basically being a tether. Even though he has FBA lineage through his father, he's from Canada.
Right. And was raised by his mother.
He's a foreigner. He wasn't raised in the culture. He's not part of the culture.
He said he had bar mitzvahs and stuff. Come on now.
Right.
We didn't have those.
Right. And it was a attack on the entire OVO. You know, all of them Canada dudes running over here to imitate heritage. So it's very clear what Kendrick is talking about and what he's talking about. Running over here trying to imitate heritage. What heritage? That FBA heritage.
You're not a colleague. You a colonizer.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right. We are the culture. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what the song is about. But the Democrats are trying to use it to attack
all
Donald
lives
Trump.
matter.
They're trying to attack Donald Trump with the they not like us.
Oh God.
And now
allegedly,
and we're gonna test it out. I think it's true, but they said Kendrick Lamar and Drake cleared all copyright for these diss tracks for people on like us on YouTube to be able to play the music without getting a strike or anything like that. And so there is music behind this here. So hopefully that's true.
There he is.
And we're gonna try to,
It's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. It's always been about love and hate. Now let me.
So this is what the Biden-Harris campaign put out there. This little real TikTok or whatever. I don't know where they posted it at. Biden-Harris campaign uses Kendrick Lamar diss to go in on Trump.
Yeah, it was weak. That's weak. That's weak.
First of all, Kamala, you one of the tethers that he's talking about in the record.
Ma'am?
Running over here trying to imitate heritage. That's
right.
You, man. That's you. So, not only that, you know, that was Biden-Harris, you know, the little shit that they put out there. But not only that, you have folks in Congress, like Jamal, what's his name, Bowman?
Yeah, Jamal Bowman. Bowman.
Okay, let me find that one.
Jamal Bowman. This one is out of the Hill.com, you guys. The Hill.com. Kendrick Drake beef reaches Congress. Gonna back the American. He's gonna back the American. Which I'm mad at that. You know, he's codified in that aspect, but we definitely are clout chasing.
Right. Where is it?
It's right above the guy who got pushed in the lake.
You could read from it while I'm looking for it.
Okay. So, again, this is on thehill.com. They hold national hearing and craft legislation. They represent millions of constituents across the country and are some of the biggest decision makers in the world. This week, they voted on whether to vote to oust the government official who is second in line for presidency. But even members of Congress say they are closely following the bitter battle between Kendrick Lamar and Drake in their spare time. There's no question that Kendrick is the victor, Representative Jamal Bowman told The Hill on Wednesday. I mean, he's the better artist overall. He's a pillar of the culture. What do he know about the culture? The task force wasn't structured to cover rap beef, as Bowman noted in an interview, but he called it a platform and a pathway to policy discussions that people in the community care about. Hopefully, it inspires others to keep the culture going in the best ways possible. Bowman said of the rap battle, which he also said is bringing attention to the culture and showing the creative brilliance of MCs. The battle between Kendrick and Drake, which
so like I was saying earlier, man, you know, now that the okay, my bad. My thing is slowing down over here.
I think you had a delay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing it because my thing is slowing down when I try to share it. Am I good now?
Yeah, you're fine.
All right. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, man, these people trying to use this stuff to clout chase because it's very hot right now. It's still trending. I think if you look on Twitter right now, when I was looking on Twitter earlier, in the United States, there were 7 things trending out of the top 10 things that was trending. 7 of them revolved around Kendrick Lamar. So this thing is still steaming hot right now. It's the main topic in the front of mind and popular culture right now. And so normally what the Democrats do is they'll try to appeal to the lowest chakra. They'll try to appeal to the lowest of the low that they can appeal to when it comes to trying to appeal to black folks using hip hop and all of that. You know, they be on the get your booty to the polls and all of that nonsense. They'll have Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion and all these people coming out trying to do their dirty work. But now they see where the energy is at. They see where the attention is at, because with the battle, one thing that the battle did that was beautiful, especially for the younger generation, was it clarified the difference between rap and hip hop. It drew a fine line and differentiated, it delineated hip hop and rap, the rap industry versus the culture of hip hop. It created a delineation in that respect. And so now it's clear in the minds of most people out there what the difference is. Even people who like Drake. I like Drake,
right?
Man. But even people who are big Drake fans or whatever the case may be, I think that it brought a little clarity to people who may not have understood, people that didn't grow up in our era, some of the younger people who really didn't understand what the difference is. I think the battle made it clear. And so now they can't use get your booty to the polls and all of that garbage. You know what I'm saying? They gotta try to ride the wave. They gotta try to ride, you know what I'm saying? The electricity that exists now based off of what K-Dot brought to the table. And that's not gonna work because when the vibration is high, people are on point. People are they see what you're trying to do. You're not dealing with sleep. You're not dealing with people that are asleep. You're dealing with people who are awakened.
Literally,
you have to do a better job trying to convince people that you deserve our support just because you tapped into the Drake and Kendrick beef. Everybody's tapped into the Drake and Kendrick beef.
Right?
You ain't special.
Now, what about them tangibles?
Right.
Come up off them tangibles. Now, don't forget too. Back in February, Jamal Bowen unveiled the Congressional Hip Hop Power and Justice Task Force outside of the Capitol. So, I'm not surprised that he jumped on this because he just unveiled that back in February. And we were like, what the heck does hip hop have to do with, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you trying to do? You guys are trying to sound hip and you're trying to maybe get into the psyche or the minds of the young people. But the young people are not falling for y'all bull crap. Young folk want tangibles. They hear the black grassroots talking.
Right.
They listening to the new black media. They not listening to y'all babble.
Right. And it's clear that Kendrick been listening as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People like Kendrick, not just Kendrick, but people like Kendrick have been listening as well. And people know what time it is, man. People understand what time it is when it comes to delineation, when it comes to us getting tangibles. You know what I'm saying? People know what time it is now. And so that's making it harder for them to run this benign neglect game. That's why they're sending people like we were just listening to, the Noah dude on the Breakfast Club. That's why they're sending these people out to talk fast and babble real fast and make themselves sound smart and hope it just goes over everybody's heads that they talking about doing something for everybody except for us.
Right.
They just hoping that goes over everybody's heads. They keep saying
we're not going for
black
that.
And brown, black and brown, black and brown, and we supposed to feel included. That's not working no more.
You got to be very specific.
That's not working no more. And we got different people out here, candidates running on a local level. Shout out to Jesse Paris in the building out there running for office, out there in Denver, Colorado. You guys need to be following him and getting tapped in with his campaign as well. Jesse Paris, the brother in the chat right now, he's running for office out there in Denver, Colorado on a reparations platform. So y'all need to follow him and look at his website and see how you can get involved with what he got going on. Of course, we got our brother Marcel Dixon down there in South Carolina doing his thing, running again against Jim Clyburn. Is Jim Clyburn running, or did he?
I think he stepped down already.
I thought too.
Yeah. I think he stepped down. I think it's his daughter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I haven't been paying that much close attention to it recently, so I'm not up to speed on what's going on now. But I do know that Marcel is still running, and he's on the reparations tip, of course. And so it's people, different people around the country who's getting tapped in with what we're talking about, and they need our support. Them tangibles for foundational Black Americans. Exactly. Okay, you said he's running for Co-State House of Representative District 8, Denver, Colorado, right? Denver, Colorado. I believe it's in Denver. I know it's in Colorado. I think it's Denver. He said Co-State House of Representative District 8. So James Clyburn stepped down from leadership, but he's still running. How does that work?
Right. Is it because if he's too old, to lead and all that stuff, then step all the way down into the side, retire.
So he's going to use his name for the campaign
Mhm.
and then put somebody
Right.
else and put somebody else in power.
All right.
I don't know how that. I don't know how that
His
works.
granddaughter.
I don't know how that works. All I
His
know is
daughter,
he been there
granddaughter.
since, like, he been in there since like '88, and it's
Right.
still the sixth poorest district in the nation. So
Right. Worse water, worse school. Like, come on. It doesn't get any worse than that. He shouldn't even put his name. He should be embarrassed and shamed.
facts.
Caping for everybody but his own people out there, which in that district is majority black.
And he out here doing stuff for the Muskogee tribe and all these other people. You know,
You look evil to me.
stuff. But speaking of the Not Like Us joint and all that, did y'all see the video with Savannah James and them was getting down to Not
That
Like
was
Us?
lit. That was lit, wasn't it? Savannah was into it. I need to turn up with her. Savannah be partying.
Hold on. Let me play this for y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me play this for y'all. Man, this song done took over the goddamn airwaves, boy. I was at work yesterday. I must have heard this song about 12 times. This the song of the summer right here. Yo, but you know what's funny too? The sister right here that's filming, ain't she Nigerian?
She ain't FBA.
A lot of people, I think a lot of y'all don't get it. I think a lot of y'all still don't get it.
Right.
I think this sister right here is Nigerian. I don't know if she's a tether or not. I don't know. But I think she's Nigerian though. I think a lot of y'all don't get it. But it's okay, you know what I'm saying? It's okay if you know, especially if you're not a tether, you know, you can get down with us. You know, turn up when the joint comes on. But this is our anthem though. Sorry. This is our anthem. Everything ain't for everybody.
Right.
Everything ain't for everybody. You know
y'all not tethering on to it either. We're not letting you tether on to it.
This one's for us, family. What's it on the beat? Help. Who's that other chick in the middle though? Who's that right there with the hat on? Who's she? That motherfucker right there. That was a bad joint right there. Whoever she was. Said, no, ma'am, you're not like us.
Right, clearly.
Nepotisms in politics is rampant. Yeah, not just in politics, in corporate America.
All of it, yeah.
Yeah. Facts. But now, you know, shout out to the non-FBA riders, man. You know, we still rock with y'all. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta wave that flag though. You know, we gotta wave that flag for the one time. That flag for the one time. But there was something else that I wanted to talk about before we get out of here. What was it? Hold on a second, y'all. Oh yeah. Two things. While we on the topic of battle rap and all of that, did y'all see the Game put out a diss track going at Rick Ross?
It's like, nigga, sit down. Down. Like, you late. Go to bed.
Ain't the Game? Ain't he Belizean or something?
I believe so. I think he did come on and say something about that. Yeah, I know for sure that OT Genesis is.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah. I don't know if he's FBA or not. But he's from Compton. You know what I'm saying? He's a dope rapper. I like the Game as a rapper. But when he started going at Rick Ross before he even dropped the track, I was posting stuff on Facebook. I'm like, look, he's obviously trying to ride the wave that's going on right now.
Too late. Too
Like
late.
nobody's gonna care about this. The Game versus Rick Ross. I'm like, this is not gonna get the attention that he thinks it is. Yeah, he could rhyme. I think he's a dope MC. I think Rick Ross is a dope MC. But the timing is everything.
Yeah, everything. So you think he should have did it right away? Should he have just when Kendrick did, he should have just jumped in right away, or not at all?
I think you just need to know when to fall back. It's not about you.
Right.
Okay, it's not about you right now. Somebody else is shining right now, and it's okay to just fall back. You know what I'm saying? It's okay.
And it's like only one that posted about it was a Shade Room, which he probably had to pay them to post that, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
All of the main bloggers and stuff that I seen posting it is all tethers.
Right.
DJ Academics, I think No Jumper, all these non-FBAs, all these tethers, and what they really trying to do, they hoping that spill over to something else because that got some different kind of energy around it.
That
you know what I'm saying?
Corny to me. It just came, again, like you said, Game has bars, but timing of it was like no one was interested. It ain't do nothing.
What is it even about? You just doing it just to do it. It's not even like there was a story behind it that led up to this. You know what I'm saying? Something happened between y'all two. He was just like, oh, niggas is battling right now. I know nobody don't want it with me. That's what he came up. Nobody don't want niggas know not to call me out. Matter of fact, Rick Ross, you a fat chicken wing eating nigga. Like what? I was like, what? Like, come on, man.
You
Sit
know
down
what?
somewhere, dude.
I think Rick Ross's baby mama, hers was better than the Game's. I'm sorry, because she been kind of going at him at this point for some months or whatever. So anytime she says anything, it's funny as hell because she makes the funniest faces. But the Game, it was just like, nah, fam, just sit your ass down, get in the studio, drop an album or something, but ain't nobody spinning the block to come check you out right now. Sorry.
Jay Bag said he don't agree that Rick Ross is a dope MC. I guess Jesse Paris doesn't agree either. He says he's a rapper, not an MC. But yeah, I don't agree with y'all. Rick Ross get it in. Rick Ross, he nice. Now he might be a cornball.
Right.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Rick Ross that I feel about the Game. To me, both of them are corny dudes. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of them are likable, personalities to me. You know what I'm saying?
The difference though is the Game is really street though.
The Game might be really street, but he also was wearing the tongue ring and all this other weird stuff on the date.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, he did, and he had the butterfly tattoo.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what is stripper?
He one of them street niggas that's just over street. You know them over super thug niggas. He's one of those. Like he's one of them niggas that confuse manhood with aggression and just you just extra thugged out for no reason. At some point, it's okay. Like you're successful, you out the hood. It's okay to just fall back and man up and just chill out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's corny to me. Rick Ross is corny to me for a lot of reasons, but both of them niggas can spit though. I ain't gonna take that away from them. Both of them niggas is nice on that mic. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot about the tongue ring. I can't get off of that. I remember. And out here, it was rumored that he was a stripper he used to strip.
Right,
he was like a male stripper back then.
Shit like that.
So you know what? And for that, I think that Ron should have came at him with the tongue ring, the stripping, everything.
Don't get me wrong. And I think it would be a good battle if it made sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just the way that he's going about it was whack to me. I don't think Ross should respond. You know what I'm saying? At least not by making a track. If you want to clown him, make memes or whatever the case may be. I think it shouldn't go no further than that. But yeah, I don't agree with y'all about that. The Ross be on the tracks with some of the best MCs, whether it's Scarface, Nas, Hove, whoever. He be going neck and neck with some of the top MCs, and he neck and neck with them niggas on the mic. So I don't know what y'all talking about as far as him not being able to rhyme. He got some of the best production. You know what I'm saying? His ear for production and all of that. He put together some dope projects. I don't know what y'all talking about. We could argue about that on another broadcast, but I don't know what y'all talking about with that one. Rose get busy. But did y'all see Ann Coulter?
Oh Lord.
Did y'all see Ann Coulter and Vivek?
Yeah.
The Indian guy that was running for president.
Why is he still talking? Sit his ass down too.
Oh, let me play this for y'all before we get out of here. Let me play this for y'all. For those of y'all that haven't seen it, a lot of y'all might have seen it already, but listen to this.
So bright and articulate, and I guess I can call you articulate since you're not an American black.
An American black. We always on the brain.
Always.
We ain't got nothing to do with this discussion. You got a white woman and an East Indian dude on here talking about his presidential campaign. This don't got nothing to do with foundational black Americans, but we rent free, boy.
Rent, boy.
They always thinking about us.
He mad that she called him black.
Right. You're not an American black. She letting them know you're still black, though, to us. To us, you're still black. Might not be an American black. They not like us, though. She was right about that.
Can't say that about them. That's derogatory. And that was a great opening segment. Lots of things to talk about there. Oh, and I agreed with many, many things you said during, in fact, probably more than most other candidates when you were running for president. But I still would not have voted for you because you're an Indian. Well,
I agreed with many things that you said when you were running for president, more so than any of the other candidates. But I still wouldn't vote for you because you're a nigga. I mean, an Indian.
Basically.
And he just sitting there.
No smoke.
Look at his face. He's just sitting there taking the abuse. Listen, family, they not like us. They not like us. They not like us. We are the only group of people who do not tolerate this type of shit. We are the only group of people who stand up and fight against white supremacy consistently. Everyone else accepts the abuse. It's okay.
He didn't give no pushback, just cowardly.
If it was a black person saying this to him,
oh Lord,
all of the smoke.
He would have called him racist instantly.
Right. But when it comes from white mommy and white daddy, it's okay. Let me just sit here with my hands folded and be a good little Indian.
Because he wanted to say, I'm white too. At least my birth certificate says so.
Right. I'm Caucasian. Like you, I'm Caucasian too. No, nigga. You a nigga. But they're not like us.
Not like us, though.
We'll get back to that. And it's directly related to what you were just talking about. You know, the thing about nationalism, you're totally right. It is like to use the word nationalism. Oh, it's Hitler. And, you know, Hitler had soup. That doesn't mean we shouldn't have soup. Mm-hmm. Hitler loved dogs. That doesn't mean you shouldn't love dogs. So I think we have to move past this. If Hitler did it, it must be bad. There is a core national identity that is the identity of the WASP. And that doesn't mean we can't take
WASP, white, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant. So this is like some eugenics type ideology. You know what I'm saying? It is like a Hitler type of ideology where you're concerned with a so-called master race. Anybody that doesn't fit under the category of a WASP is an other. And in your mind is an inferior other. So you're not a WASP. You're not a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. So I could never support you. Who do you think you are? Yeah, you talking good. I agree with everything you said. But you're not a WASP. So I can't support you.
That's why they hated Obama.
Right. And he just sitting there. He ain't said a word. He ain't give no pushback.
Nothing.
Zero.
Little weenie, literally.
Take anyone else in, a Sri Lankan or a Japanese or an Indian, but the core around which the nation's values are formed is the WASP. We've never had a president who didn't have at least partial English ancestry. You are so
Man,
She just went full throttle on his ass, like literally, and he just sitting there tongue tied, like he has said nothing.
cold. That was cold. But the thing that I like about people like Ann Coulter, the reason why I can respect white supremacists like Ann Coulter is because you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You know exactly what you're getting. And also, remember, she is the one who was telling immigrants and so-called minorities and all of that your plight is not the same as Black Americans' plight.
Right.
She was very vocal about that. We don't owe immigrants. We don't owe minorities. We don't owe people of color. She was talking like us when it came to that. And so this is why I can respect the people on the far right, some of these people on the far right, because they're very honest about their white supremacy. And they're not going to use all of this confusing, broad, ambiguous language and practice that whole benign neglect thing. They'll get down to business. These are the type of people that we got more of a chance of getting something out of them than we do dealing with these Democrats.
Right.
I'll take my chances with an Ann Coulter all day before Kamala Harris.
All day. Because see, Ann doesn't have to prove her allegiance to white supremacy. You know, Kamala is going to go overboard trying to prove her allegiance to them. We're keeping her foot on our necks.
Right. Man, that was cold though. Curry flavored Jimmy Neutron sat there. Said curry flavored Jimmy Neutron sat there like a punk ass little cowardly biatch when his white mama checked him. Right.
Period.
All right. Sit y'all ass down. Listen. It's 92 of y'all in the chat, man. We appreciate everybody today. Make sure that y'all hit the like button, family. When you hit the like button, that helps to boost our content into the algorithm, and it helps to make sure that people who are subscribed to the channel do, in fact, get the notification whenever we go live. If you're not already subscribed to us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to us at Godcast Enterprises on YouTube. I know many of you are already subscribed to us on Sincere Love to God, that channel, and we definitely appreciate it. But we need y'all to migrate on over to Godcast Enterprises so that we can build that channel up where it needs to be, because that is going to be the central hub for everything Godcast Enterprises brings to the table. So we gotta get y'all to migrate on over there. So subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of that good stuff. If you're watching this on the replay, you know, leave us some comments. Let us know what you think about the content, all of that good stuff as well. Anything else before we get out of here?
Yes, I have a you guys saw last week my pick me shirts, right? And thank you for those that have ordered. I really, really appreciate it. But I also have a Not Like Us shirt now. Can you bring it up for us? This one, it's not in the chat. You got to click the link in my bio.
Okay.
So that's where you can find my pick me shirts, as well as my new Not Like Us shirt. I only have one up right now, but there is going to be another one that is on a white shirt, you know, with the black in it. You'll see what I'm talking about as soon as he get that up. I appreciate
fire. This shirt is fire.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Thanks to everyone who has supported the Pick Me shirts. You can get those again. The link is in my bio at my Etsy store, the Pick Me shop. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram at Nicey Girl with the number 1. And again, the link is in the bio. And this is the new Not Like Us Kendrick Lamar t-shirt. And if you're looking inside the shirts, on his beard, it says resistance, reparations, hidden color, empowerment, Black Wall Street, justice, culture, codified. Yeah, so all that in there. So everything in his crown, there's different, words, queer, quote, pro, hip hop, not like us, reparations, resistance, all that good stuff. So if you like it, you feel like it's dope, head on over to the link in my bio or order yours today.
Yeah, this is a dope shirt. Definitely got to get me one. You don't got the white one up yet?
I don't have the white one up. It just got finished right when we were getting started, so I was able to get one of them uploaded, but the white one be up when I get off of here. So give me about 10 minutes after this, and I'll get that one up. So
give them the Etsy shop address again.
The Etsy shop, I don't even know it by heart, y'all. It is pickmegirlshop.etsy.com. So that's pickmegirl, GURL, shop.etsy.com.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, y'all got to get one of these shirts. This shirt is fire. I got something to wear with it and all that right now.
All that. And you can you switch it up with different kicks, you know what I'm saying? Different shoes because of the color. And if you can tell, I definitely got the red, white, and blue up in there because, you know, we are foundational Black Americans. It's a dope shirt. I like what was created.
Yes, indeed. They not like us. They not like
us.
Like us. And so yeah, man. You know, allegedly K Dot is about to drop a new album. So I know everybody's hyped for that. This basically he used the Drake battle as an album rollout. Seems like this if he drops an album soon, this is like the best rollout of all times. I can imagine the type of numbers that shit gonna do when it comes out. And if it's anything like any of his previous releases, my God.
Right.
My God. Gotta give it to the West Coast right now, man. Compton.
West up.
Compton, man. Y'all got it. But yeah, family, that does it for today's episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. Appreciate everybody tuning in with us once again. You guys make sure y'all do all the YouTube-y stuff for us. And tap in with us again on Wednesday. We'll be back with another edition of the Black Business Showcase.
Yeah.
Coming up this Wednesday evening. I think it's the security team, the whatever you call it, the security company. We're gonna be chopping it up with them. And again, if you guys are business owners or entrepreneurs and you would like to have your business showcased on our platform, send us an email, godcastenterprises@gmail.com, godcastenterprises@gmail.com, or you can hit us up in the DM, either myself. Just send us a DM. Let us know what you got going on so we can get you on the schedule for the Black Business Showcase. With that being said, always remember, family, we are not the master teachers, but we are the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black media. Peace and Black love.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.